All right, this is going to be a quick little 3-minute video. I've got the slave board set up as a master at the moment. It's the only one running, only one plugged in. And I just set it up for the time zone New York. It's telling me to ask me if I want to change the password. And I do. I'm going to call it slave, even though I've got it configured as a master right now. It's the only way without already being in SSH for me to change the password and the username and stuff is to make it a master. And then I'll go back out and make it a slave again. So new password, confirm new password, slave. Now, if we had more than one slave board, like I'm going to have on my 11, or I guess I'm down to 9 now, I would call them slave 1, slave 2, slave 3, that kind of thing. And so for my robot, so each one of these will have a board on it and some motors and a motor driver board. And so there'll be slave 1 and slave 2 will be hooked to the right arm. So that's kind of the plan, and then have the master tell the arms and legs what to do. And then here, there's 9 cameras here. They were each $2 a piece, $3, $5, something like that. Now, none of those are my robot eye the way I want to do it. You know me, I want to do it this way. With Goldberg polyhedra. Like these, that's the original schematic of the guy who counted all the cells of the retina. Here's a retina all cut open so he could do his transect. So he didn't count 120 million cells. He estimated, see? Rod belt 14, how much area, estimated number of rods. So he'd count like 1,000 or something, and then he would multiply up to get that full number there. And now here's the people who did it in the 1990s. So the guy back in the 1930s counted, Osterberg was his name, 1935, counted 120 million rod and 6 million cone cells. These people counted 90 million rod cells and 4 million cone cells. So it's really a quarter less. So it's significantly smaller number of cells, but there's only 1 million nerve fibers coming out the optic nerve. So all that data gets pooled together. Either that or it could all be multiplexed in time, which would be interesting as well. But it's an open question. People study that kind of thing. Not me so much. I just want to know how many pixels to make my Goldberg polyhedra focal surface array. I got off the subject. This was supposed to be a short 5-minute video, and we're on 3 minutes already. So I haven't yet changed it to say host name board 2. Oh, I didn't even change the password yet. See that? I have to click something here. Not hide character. Yeah, I'll go back and hide them again. Why not? Press next to activate your password. Next. Desktop should fill the entire screen. I'm going to skip that because maybe you'll set it up for your TV. I don't know. But this is the slave board. You probably won't. Well, yeah, whatever. Operating system and applications will now be checked and updated if necessary. This may involve a large download. I'm going to go ahead and skip it because we're not hooked to the internet, so there's no downloading. Setup is complete. Restart. I actually just want to kill it. Well, we'll press restart. Oh no, I do want to restart it, although I'll have to restart again after I do the host name. Change it to board 2. I should write down that I've changed the password. I'm sending you this sheet because this is your board. You need to know all these things. Slave was what I called it. And the username's still Pi, but I'm going to get in there and change that. And I think the only way to do that, was looking online, is to go ahead and add a new user and delete the old one. And that'll be all right. Or I'll leave the old one on. I'll leave Pi and Raspberry on. Though it's probably a security risk of some kind. Oh, okay. So after I get, this will be a longer video. It'll be about 7 minutes because I have to wait for things to boot it reboots every time. So I'll change the name to board 2. Okay, so I'll do that last, actually. That way I keep the video small. The next thing I want to do is try to fix the IP. Oh, wait, I didn't write down the instructions. Darn it. I looked them up on the internet, but I didn't write them down. I could put it on a different video, maybe. Or I can go over to my computer and see what we got. Okay, it says, if you wish to disable automatic configuration for an interface and instead configure it statically, add the details to -etc-dhcpcd.conf. For example, interface ETHO, static IP address, static routers, static domain name servers, lots of numbers. You can find the names of the interfaces present on your system using the IP link command. Previous versions of Raspberry Pi OS use the file network interfaces. If an interface is listed in this file, Note that if you have several Raspberry Pis connected on the same network, you may find it easier instead to set address reservations on your DHCP server. In this way, each Pi will keep the same IP address, but they will all be managed in one place, making reconfiguring your network in the future more straightforward. Yeah, but this is assuming that I have a DHCP server, which I think is an internet thing, and that's I don't have a router anywhere. I just have a master board and a bunch of slaves. All right, well, I'm going to try this IP link command because I've never tried that before, and I don't know what they mean by this. I'd like to set it, but see here they set 4-24, which means anywhere in between those. I guess I could give each Raspberry Pi, I could make that a 0, make the next one a 1, make the next one a 2, and they could all vary, but they'd vary between the 4 and 24. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to figure it out, won't I? So what do I want to try? IP link. As soon as I get a command line up here. How many minutes is this video? 7, huh? Boring old Randall. So, actually, I'm going to try the ifconfig first, because ifconfig will tell us if it has a different IP address from last time. Last time it was 169.254.89100. So, go ahead, ifconfig. You know what? It's not going to tell me anything. It's going to tell me I have a loopback address, I bet. Yeah, it just has an LO. It doesn't have an ETHO. So, there is no IP address for this. Let's try IP space link. Yeah, just a loopback. So, that's a strikeout because I don't really know what I'm doing. When it comes to IP addresses. Oh, but you know, I can change the host name. Let's go ahead and change the host name. So I'll just go close out this command line interface CLI. A little black screen, get rid of that. And we'll come down just to preferences. Sometimes it's nice to just push a button, but I also like to know what I'm doing. So it's nice to have the command line as well. Raspberry Pi configuration. And as soon as this comes up, we'll change it to board 2 and restart. And then I'll shut this video off. So here, I'm changing Raspberry Pi to board 2. Then I'll just press OK. Okay. Reboot needed. Yes, reboot. Okay, I guess that's the end of this video. Sorry it took so long again. Oh, you know what I should have done was pinged some things. Ping is a nice command. Oh, and I didn't look up the serial number. Oh, I meant to do that. All right. Well, maybe next time. At least we used ifconfig. We tried that one out. Yep. There's another video coming. I'll go study for 10 minutes or so and I'll be back.